Hi, I'm Smile and today we're talking about discipline, how to make a schedule and more so how to stick to a schedule. This is of course assuming that we are in a mindset of achieving things. We've been in a rut in life and now we want to get out, we want to make a schedule and we want to be productive. In case you're not in this mindset, I suggest that you watch my video, what to do when you're stuck in life. In there we talk about the 100 achievement methods and what to do and how to change your mindset, right? Let's assume you've watched that video, or let's assume that you're just in the mindset of being productive. What to do? Because motivation and passion, they don't really last forever, right? But consistency and discipline, they do. So let's get into the video. Point number one is to simplify your schedule. Now I've noticed so many people make this mistake where they were stuck in life, now they're out of it and they want to be productive, so they've made this huge schedule where they say, okay, 7 o'clock I'm going to wake up, 7:30 to 8:30 I'm going to work out, 8:30 to 9:30 I'm going to read, 9 o'clock I'm going to have my breakfast, 10 to 11 I'll do this, blah blah blah. It's too much, because let's understand this. For months you were not productive and you were not doing anything, and now suddenly you expect yourself to have all these 10, 15, 20 tasks done in a day. That's a little much, and your brain is going to form a resistance towards it, because our minds, they love comfort, right? They don't want to do something that is outside of their comfort zone. So simplify your schedule. Don't try and make a schedule of hour to hour what you're doing. Instead just divide instead just divide your day in first half and second half, just to begin with. Okay, so think of it like, in the first half I want to do these 3 tasks, and in the second half I want to do these 2 tasks. Now of course, some people, they are more energetic in the morning, and other people, they are more energetic in the evening. Depending on who you are as a person, make your schedule according to your lifestyle, because you're the one who has to do it, right? So now that I've divided my day in first half and second half, and I have, okay, it's just these 4 to 5 tasks that I have to do, immediately my mind, it thinks that that's okay, I can do that much, right? Follow that much for a week. Don't try to plan a year ahead. Don't try to plan 6 months ahead. Plan for the month, and even to micro plan it, plan for just this week. Once you've achieved doing those 4 tasks every day in a week, we can always add more tasks, right? But to begin with, if you're going to overcomplicate your schedule, you're not going to be able to achieve it. Maybe right now you're feeling motivated and you're thinking to yourself, I can do so much, and absolutely you can. What will happen is, the first day you'll do it, the second day you'll do it, by the third and the fourth day you'll feel like it's too much, I can't, and you'll give up, and then going back to the same circle of being stuck, not feeling productive and feeling bad about yourself, and having your self-worth and self-image down the drain, right? So we don't want to do that. We want to simplify. Cool. So the second point is, find something or someone to be answerable to. Now here's the thing, when we were in school, right, as kids, we did so much in a day. Talking about myself, I was in a boarding school, and after our studying hours were done in the evening, we had our extracurriculars, and all the kids showed up all the time. Why do you think that is? It's simply because as kids we feel answerable to an authoritative figure, right? And I've noticed this also in new parents, that once they become new parents, they feel this accountability and this responsibility to work for their child, to be this example and be better in their lives for their kids. And especially as humans, I've observed this in life, that we as humans, we want our work to be more than just us, more than just what we are, right? If you have somebody that you're accountable to, somebody that you're answerable to, you're going to be performing better. Why do you think people who are working in a job, they reach at a particular time, they get the job done? Why is that? Because they're answerable to their boss. Now the problem happens is, when you're a freelancer or you're an artist and you're not really answerable to anybody but yourself. Now to self-regulate is a very good quality. If you've achieved that, I don't think you should be even watching the video. But what you can do is, let's say you want to be consistent in your workout, have a workout partner, somebody that you're answerable to, or use your social media. For example, you want to go on this 35-day journey for your fitness. Use your social media, announce it. Listen, People may not care that you're going on some fitness journey, but you will care because we care that I have said this, so I better do this, right? So instead of your social media using you, use your social media for your benefit, for being more productive. Do it. Nobody cares. Or if let's say you're not, you don't have social media accounts, you're not that social person, what you can do is you can find people, find mentors, find communities that will make you answerable, that will have a checklist, right? Friends, you can, I mean, friends are the best way to make ourselves feel answerable, because we do not want to let people down. As humans, we want people to, because we want people to like us, because we want people to respect us, we want them to know that we are somebody who's going to show up, somebody who's consistent, right? So find something or someone that makes you accountable. And trust me, this, I have done this for myself, it works. I'm not talking about announcing your plans to the public. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about making tools that are going to help you be more productive in life, be more consistent in life, right? Another way you can do it, and this is how I do it, especially for my paintings and especially for my acting, I do not see it as something that I'm doing for myself. Otherwise, it's going to be very selfish. I will not have any kind of answerability to anyone but myself. And on the days I don't feel like doing it, I'll be fine. That is dangerous. I am looking at my work of how is this work serving people. Any successful business, any successful person, their mindset is always driven outwards. So find that accountability, find that answerability outside of you, and trust me, it will make your productivity game go really high. Moving on to the third point, which is that let go of the idea of perfectionism. Now, for me, for example, right, if I sit here and I say, I want to make the best painting of my life, I want to deliver the best acting scene of my life, the fear of not being able to deliver the best is going to make me not do it. Yeah, that is where your procrastination happens, right? The fear of failure. So just let go of the idea of that I am going to do this task in the best way that I can. Forget it. Rather, just tell yourself, I'll do it the worst, but do it. The point is in doing it, right? For example, like I get so many of my friends, when I talk to them, they ask me, how are you able to do so many scenes in a month? How are you able to do your painting? How are you able to do your writing? How are you able to do your videos? It's because I am not trying to deliver the best acting scene. I'm not trying to deliver the best painting video. Yes, that is the desire. The desire is to get better. But more importantly, the desire, the desire is to do it, right? For example, right now when I'm making this video, I'm feverish, I'm not feeling well. But if I had the idea of making the best video, the most perfect video in the world, this video would not be made. Because I would tell myself, oh, I'm not feeling well, I'll not be my best, I'll not look my best, I'll not speak my best, and all of these reasons will make me not do the task. So let go of the idea of perfectionism. Instead, just focus on doing it. Rather, tell yourself, I'm going to do it the worst, but I'm going to do it. Yeah? Because what happens is when you let go of the idea of perfection, you're letting go of the pressure that we take to do something or to achieve something. Now, another thing that has really helped me over the years is that when you've decided to do a task, do not give yourself the time to think. The reason I'm telling you this is because the moment you give yourself the time to think, your mind is going to come up with excuses to not do it. And especially if you're in a place of you're coming out of a rut, you've been stuck in life for a while, and now you're starting your productivity journey again, there will your mind will make you fall sick. You will have 100 reasons to not do it. But let me explain this from an example. Let's say you want to work out in the morning and you're somebody who likes to dress up cutely for the gym. Decide your gym outfit a night before. Why I'm saying that is When you wake up in the morning and you're like, okay, I want to go to the gym, but you give yourself the time to think, what should I wear? Should I? And from that, the thought will go, should I go or not? I'm not feeling that motivated. The problem is when you give yourself the time to think, you will come up with excuses to not do it. So, solution B, don't give yourself the time to think. You've made a promise to yourself, in the morning you will go and work out, get up and go and work out. The whole point is reaching and doing the workout, not thinking about what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it, and how difficult it's going to be. Yeah, this has actually helped me in my life a lot. So I can only speak from my life experiences, so I wish this helps you. Another thing that has helped me in terms of discipline is that to understand that motivation or passion and your desire to do something or achieve something, that's not going to last. But consistency and discipline is the only thing that is going to last. And if you find yourself loving the process of whatever it is that you're doing, I've spoken about this in my earlier videos also. It's the actions that lead you to believe that you can do it, right? So when you're working on your self-worth and you're working on being more productive, what is it that you have to fall back to? You can tell yourself, oh, I've done this in the past, so of course I can do this now. So it's these micro actions, the micro habits, that the things that we do every day that build up our self-esteem. So do not focus on how motivated you feel a particular day or how much passionate you are about achieving your goals. Don't focus there. It's not going to last. Consistency will, and letting go of the idea of perfection, that will. And what happens when you do that? We can actually start to enjoy our work and whatever it is that we want to do. Cool. So I hope this helped, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.